Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today we find ourselves kicking over dead shrubbery in Arabia as HOANG, the king of Celts, prepares to take on Kind of Blue, playing as the Red Mongols. Now as the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the respective civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Celts, a civilization built around the need for speed. Their lumberjacks work faster, which is great because Celts need lots and lots of wood for their primary military focus, which is the siege unit. Celtic siege workshops work faster, their siege units fire faster, and all siege workshop units can be upgraded to get extra HP. Now, coming back to their need for speed, Celtic infantry move faster than normal starting in the feudal age. Their castles and towers can be upgraded to fire faster, and their unique unit, the Woad Raider, is the second fastest infantry unit in the game and comes with a good amount of HP and a decently strong attack. Now, in order to support a hungry, growing population, the Celts can convert and steal enemy herdables, even if they're standing next to your opponent's units. Now, taking on the Celts, we have Kind of Blue playing in red. That is going to be a tongue twister for me. Playing as the Mongols, also an incredibly fast civilization, but focused on cavalry. Mongol scout cavalry line units come with extra line of sight. Their cavalry archers fire faster. Mongol light cav hussars and steppe lancers all get extra HP starting in feudal. And their unique unit, the Mangudai, a fast-firing, quick cavalry archer unit with an attack bonus against siege, which may prove to be problematic for HOANG, our blue Celt. Now, to keep up with their incredibly fast army on the field of battle, Mongol siege units can be upgraded to move 50% faster, and to support their military endeavors on the map, Mongol hunters work faster, and their houses can actually be upgraded so that if and when they get demolished, the Mongols do not lose population space. Now, let's take a look at the positioning of our players, both of them sitting at 12 villagers, 1 military, both of them out on the map. I was going to say a sheep steal, but that is no sheep, that is an elephant. Let's take a look at HOANG. We'll take a look at the bases in a minute, but this is just too good of an opportunity to not observe HOANG stealing an elephant. Kind of Blue suspecting something is up, moving forward with his scout gav. He is going to see this right away. He is going to know that his elephant is waddling, or maybe he doesn't know that it's his elephant. In any event, now a third chunky boy makes his way into HOANG's base, attacks a villager, toots his horn, and dies. HOANG here coming forward with a ballsy, daring theft. What other word is there to describe it? A basic, downright dirty theft of his opponent's elephant. My God, this is why when you're playing certain players, you cannot lose track of anything out on the map. But for now, let's take a look at HOANG's base. Completely open in the north, completely open in the east. South, okay, gold in the back, stone exposed in the front. His secondary gold pile, look how far away from his base it is. This is a long distance for his villagers to walk. Their tertiary gold even further away, next to this little Hakuna Matata commune of animals. And let's see what the players decide to do. Kind of Blue, before we do that, let's take a look at his base. Easier to wall off here in the south, although a very big opening. Westward, easy. North, completely open. His primary gold also safe in the back. His primary stone safer than HOANG's. His is in the back. HOANG's is a little bit exposed here. Very important for him to take this hill, in my opinion. But both players, I would say, equally disadvantaged and advantaged in terms of base location. Kind of Blue trying to create some kind of wall off here. Oh, my favorite of all the forage bushes in this game, the yellow lemons with the pretty blue butterflies. Now, some of you are asking why, as units move across the map, is Isaac focused on the lemon trees with the blue butterflies? I do not have an answer for you. It is just a very cool little thing I like to see in this game. Kind of Blue being the one to put on early game aggression. HOANG nowhere close to going up to feudal. His opponent, or rather Kind of Blue nowhere close to going up to feudal. His opponent, though, our Celt, a minute away already. Definitely steal your opponent's elephants, their boars, their all their animals if you can, because that extra 300 to 400 plus food is definitely going to help you get to feudal much quicker than them on the back of the standard 20 villagers. Kind of Blue going up to 23, still very far away from feudal. We'll see what he does when his opponent does reach feudal and he sees that he's so far behind. HOANG, like I said, the king of Celts, you do not want to fall behind against him. Otherwise, you will find a siege workshop planted right outside your base the second he hits castle. Deciding to create a funnel. I like this. I believe this is walled off here. Always a little confusing with hills. Although the players usually play with the checkerboard tiles that help them see exactly where to place buildings. Kind of Blue edging, creeping, slowly going up to 500 food, but for some reason at this moment decides to research loom. I mean, it doesn't take a long time, but it still takes some time. I would have maybe saved that for immediately after feudal. For now, though, still circling, still trying to get some kind of damage done. But HOANG with 3 militias of his own, not upgrading them to men-at-arms, gets one, takes a few swats at another. Let's take a look at their HP. Red managing to get the scout of his opponent, although he will take a few more shots. His scout cav escapes. His militia starts the arduous trek across the desert. HOANG, though, remember, Celts starting in feudal, their infantry do move faster, so he will easily catch up to his opponent. Let's take a look at the bases. Now that he's a minute away from feudal, blue dots streaming across the map here. Although he is still exploring. What has HOANG seen of his opponent's base now that he has teefed his elephant? Kind of Blue. Man, is he already behind in this game. I mean, you can't really fault him too much, right? I mean, going up to 26 villagers is one thing, but losing an elephant with all that food, how many villagers is that? 8 or so villagers on an elephant that you can, maybe 7 if it decomposes and you 3-on-1 gangbang here of a lion. Maybe 7 villagers if the elephant decomposes faster than you can collect it. In any event, a good number of villagers lost, but he is now behind in the villager count. HOANG enjoying a comfortable stay in feudal age, pumping out more and more villagers, going up to 31. Let's see if he can get in here now. Attacking this palisade, a lot of villagers here, so very easy for Kind of Blue to repair. But here comes the Celtic parade push. 1, 2, 3 archers making their way across the map. That's going to make it very hard for Kind of Blue to repair these palisades. Okay, tickling away at some of these villagers, not really causing any kind of serious damage, but the wall off here for Kind of Blue, in my opinion, perhaps not ideal. I get the instinct of trying to use these unassailable resource patches like gold and stone and even berries sometimes as part of your wall off, but what that means is your villagers are very forward facing, very front facing here. Although skirmishers now out for Kind of Blue and 2 of his own archers, and he will be the first to click up to castle, our red Mongol. Let's see what he'll do with his advantage. HOANG nowhere close, although creeping up slowly in terms of food count. I wonder if he saw his opponents drop in the score and now he knows what's what. For now, though, continuing to build archers, that's not a bad idea. Will not eat into his food supply. Okay, continuing to try to bust down the same palisade wall. If at first you don't succeed, try again, says our blue Celt, who is slowly going up in food count. Another blue dot streaming across the map. Okay, that's the archer he was building before. Stable going down for our Mongol player. He wants to get rid of this annoying attack force. He's got, what, 2 skirmishers and an archer on his own here, but they are on the low ground, and these militias will take a beating from a skirmisher before they go down. These skirmishers are incredibly weak against them. I would maybe target the archers, but again, HOANG here smartly taking the high ground. Another blue dot, a skirmisher this time, moving across the map. Smart move here by Kind of Blue. You know, you bring 1 villager, you look away for a second, your opponent attacks the villager runs away, and then just stands there. If you bring a bunch of villagers, Some of them will continue working. Does finally get a kill. 3-3 is the kill count. But look at HOANG's villager count, 35 to 28. And let's see now what our Mongol player does now that he's reached castle age, a full 2 minutes ahead of his opponent. For now, not doing much, just defending. But here we go. Remember, Mongols, one of the very few quote-unquote nomadic civilizations in the game that get steppe lancers, Cumans and Tatars being the other two. These steppe lancers are going to eat through all of these weak feudal age units. HOANG very much overstayed his welcome, getting economic upgrades while he almost is up to castle, a minute away. What are we building here? A gate. He sees the steppe lancers. He knows that raiding is a potential problem. 3 kills already on this one. 1 kill for this duo of archers. An interestingly placed house here. I wonder if he's going to start walling himself off, but now it's Red who is streaming little dots across the map, taking the fight to HOANG. Let's see how HOANG manages to deal with it. He's still 16 seconds away from castle. HOANG, a player who, the second he hits castle, loves to just right-click a bunch of villagers across the map to build a siege workshop outside his opponent's base. Okay, not a bad idea to go monk play when your opponent goes a few cavalry units. He's got a few archers here hiding, upgrading them with bodkin. Okay, these arrows. Sorry, I saw an arrow. My brain said arrow. These archers doubling back. Okay, kind of blue deciding to stop his aggression. I mean, he's seen partial parts of his opponent's base. This is definitely an exploitable gold pile here, but he has no ranged units besides these 2 archers, which are just hanging out with terrible below 50% HP here. But HOANG has not yet moved out. Uncharacteristic defensive play here by him. He does not want to run straight into the face of a bunch of steppe lancers, which is exactly what would happen if he tried to move out right now. These archers, I guess, are here just to catch any kind of movement. No, right as I say that, we know where you're going. We know what you're gonna build the second these archers die and the path is clear. Steppe lancers not as weak as militiamen. Oh my, I was completely wrong. Okay, I thought that that one villager was going to build a siege workshop somewhere here. Okay, HOANG surprising casters left, right, and center. A big defensive castle going down for kind of blue. He does not want to lose this gold pile. He himself is going siege now. I love this castle placement. King of the hill. Take a look. What can attack this castle except for maybe something on this hill? But that's going to be in the line of fire. So beautifully placed castle secures the gold. Let's see, keep our mouse clicked on that castle and see what he decides to build. For now, though, getting economic upgrades. HOANG going up to almost double the military count of his opponent, who continues to patrol the map with these 3 steppe lancers. He knows who he's playing against, and just like me, he must imagine that there's villagers coming across the map ready to build some kind of siege workshop outside his opponent's base. Instead, though, there's crossbows, a monk, and 1 random unupgraded skirmisher here. More archer units flowing across the map. Let's see how our Mongol reacts. For now, okay, I mean, three scorpions should be enough. I see sanctity being researched here for HOANG. So let's take a look at these monks. Their HP should jump in 20 seconds from 30 to 45. Makes them a little bit tankier, able to take a bit more of a beating. And more blue dots streaming across the map. Let's keep an eye out on our monk in 3, 2, 1. 45 HP. Beautiful. Okay. Steppe lancers finally discovering this weak spot. I believe they can attack these villagers. No? Do they not have 1 range? Yeah, they have 1 range. Are you guys on sabbatical? No. Okay, middle of the road siege workshop for HOANG. He knows his opponent's out on the map. He's seen the steppe lancers to the west of his base. Now he's going to definitely see, with the monks, he sees the scorpions. And now the scorpions discover the siege workshop. So HOANG, instead of putting the aggression, the pedal to the metal that he usually does outside his opponent's base, taking a bit more of a tactical Middle of the road approach. Oh, they've got to run away. You do not want to start losing step lancers to monks, especially at no cost to your opponent. Mangudai 1. Mangudai going to join his brethren here to the south. Just checking to make sure this gold pile has not been taken by his opponent. And let's see what the Hoang decides to do. The characteristic mangonel, usually 2 to 3. Yeah, the second one is being built. Another town center for him, grabbing this stone. Love this move by Hoang. But now red is putting on the aggression. Hoang showing his versatility, adapting his style to play a more defensive style, I guess, now that he sees his opponent being the aggressive one. But his opponent, for some reason, just continuing to scout all over the map. I don't know if he's looking for relics. I don't know if he's looking for resources. I don't know if he's looking for Hoang's units sneaking in while we weren't looking. A Step Lancer gets converted, our first Celtic Step Lancer of the game, but for Mangudai inside his base with 6 kills already. God, they fire fast. And now he would do well to run away, kind of blue. You do not want to overstay your welcome against, what do we have here? 15 crossbows, a second town center going down for him. Decent location. We'll get a bunch of wood, lots of space for farms. And he's doing a good job, kind of blue. You know, it's a specific type of strategy where you send clumps of small units. You know, Hoang has his units all clumped up here. Where are the crossbows here? And so you have these mini death balls. Another way to do it is to just send small clumps of units to explore the map. Take a look at Red's vision of the map. He's seen almost 2/3, I would say, of the map. Hoang seeing nothing but the corridor of attack, this one lane through the center. Oh no, we'll lose that mangonel. We'll lose all of the units that were here originally. Definitely will lose the monk. Wow, saves the monk, gets a convert on a Mangudai. Okay, kind of blue, dropping the ball there a little bit, I think. Could have easily sniped the monk, but in any event, does get the siege. Hoang now out of all siege weapons. University going down, we'll see what that's for. And now we've got army supply very much in favor of our blue Celt, but he's got to be careful. You do not want to run face forward into 3 bolts of scorpions. Another castle going down for red to defend this gold patch. And yeah, red for now, not really looking to take an engage. Oh god, when your opponent has converted Mangudai together with mangonels, yeah, your siege does not stand a chance. Kind of blue, probably, if I had to guess, wasn't really looking at this screen, probably microing here or trying to complete this castle, but does lose a bit too much. 3 scorpions is a lot. Now take a look at army supply. He's down 11 to 24. His villager count is also suffering. His opponent sitting at 3 town centers to his 2. And now Hoang smells that there's no resistance left in the center of the map and just shoves forward with his entire ranged army. Not a single melee unit here, but does he need it with 2 monks? We'll see. We'll see what he decides to do. We'll see how he decides to attack. Oh god, these Mangudai have to be careful. They fire super fast, but not when they're outnumbered, literally 7 or 8 to 1. And now Hoang in his comfort zone, moving forward with a mangonel. But Mangudai, yes, like I said, exploit this resource patch. It's completely undefended here, and he does. How many kills? 7 kills for these Mangudai. What the hell are you guys doing? Get out of the line of fire of this town center. Shifting south, does he see the castle? Oh, he's about to. Yeah, sees the castle, loses 1. Loses 1. Loses 2. Potentially 3. What is this castle even firing at? The Mangudai. Good catch here for kind of blue, taking out the strong Mangudai. And will he build his own siege? No, he's just going balls to the wall Mangudai. He's going up to 14 Mangudai, 73 villagers. Catching up in villagers on the back of only 2 town centers is no small feat. Although Hoang here very much focused on his military. Take a look at, again, almost double his opponents. But does he care? His opponent is over here with half his army. God, they fire so fast, the Mangudai. Oh, they're deadly. What a fun unit to watch. Oh, might lose another one to convert. Nope, decides to wasn't quick enough to see if he deleted it or if the crossbows managed to get their bolts on him. But runs away with these guys. 1 does die, so now there's only 3 companions. And HOANG coming forward with a castle. Let's see if our red Mongol can stop this. Okay, I wouldn't run away. You're only going to lose one to the convert, which you can easily kill. But now he's got to be careful. Loses another scorpion. Oh no, you do not want to let him get this castle up. You do not want to let HOANG set up shop right outside your base. Okay. He is going up to Imperial as HOANG. Very much ahead of his opponent, who barely has a third now, almost half of the resources needed to get up to Imperial. We'll see what he does with his advantage, HOANG, here. He's still 2 minutes away. Plenty of time for Kind of Blue to catch up. But again, he's sending his army. I mean, at this stage of the game, you've scouted enough. Now I think is the time where you attack. Oh god, this town center. 17 crossbows are going to add a shit ton of arrows. Take a look at how many arrows are being fired here at this town center. It should go down. HOANG making himself at home with a lumber camp. Oh lordy, we'll see what that's for. He's spending a lot of his wood on ranged units here. One Woad Raider. Where is he? Yeah, he's in the castle here. We'll see what that's for. Okay, not bad to try to catch reinforcements here by Kind of Blue. I like that. But your Mangudai are sitting at half health. They're basically your entire army. You do not want to risk them at all. This is not the time to make rash, risky moves here, especially when your opponent is starting to pump out skirmishers with their attack bonuses. A second castle. Oh no, thinks better of it. No, then thinks better of thinking better of it and pops down a second castle. Okay. HOANG here took a bit of a defensive stance, but now back to being on the aggressive side, even though he's got 10 Mangudai circling his base. Elite skirmishers now, and he's an Imperial. We know what that means. There should be a Treb coming out any second now. There it is. Yeah, and Kind of Blue 2 minutes away from Imperial himself. We'll see how long he can last. He's got 520 stone. This castle is on a hill. We'll see what he can do to defend, or whether HOANG will attack this castle, which is, by the way, also on a hill. But for now, so much of Red's military industrial infrastructure is just being shelled away at slowly but surely by these castles. These Mangudai trapped in a sandwich of blue elite skirmishers. Okay, HOANG not paying attention with most of them, though. 10 have become 8. HP is now half. 7 loses another one, loses another one. This is exactly what I didn't want to happen for Kind of Blue. This is exactly why I thought it was a bad move to move out with those half HP Mangudai. Deciding to shell the castle to the south is HOANG, but his opponent 30 seconds away. Plenty of stone to repair this. Another trebuchet, 2 more in production. 4 trebs might be, I don't want to say overkill, but my god, take a look at Kind of Blue's resources. 900 food, 400 gold, and he's 10 seconds away from Imperial. 8 knights out, or rather will be out in a second. We'll see if those knights can engage into 2 castles. The Mangudai still, what the hell is he doing with these Mangudai? He's not collecting relics. I mean, map vision is great, but at this stage of the game, when your opponent is knocking on the front door, this is a bad move here for HOANG, extending way too far with these elite skirmishers. Does not lose too many of them, but they should not be taking on a scorpion. 500 stone has become 220 stone, has become 200 stone, and he's going to run out of stone very soon, having 0 villagers on stone. But HOANG, has he overextended here with so many trebuchets? Finally, these Mangudai make it home, but my god, there's 3 left out of the 10. I mean, it's like a fantasy novel where 10 soldiers and our protagonists set out on a journey. A bunch of them get attacked. He's 22 seconds away from Cavalier. Do not engage. Why are you engaging now when you're literally 20 seconds away from having a unit that's substantially more powerful, even though he's got 0 attack upgrades, and now they become Cavalier? But is it too little too late? This is a shit ton of crossbows here. And these Cavaliers, okay, HP dwindling, falling. Oh no, he's engaging into 2 castle fire zones with his Cavaliers. I don't like this at all for Kind of Blue. He lost his castle, lost both his castles, and now HOANG firmly in control of the center of his opponent's base. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Why did he engage? Let's take a look at the mechanics of that a second ago. Okay, so Kind of Blue is moving forward here with 14 knights. Horrible upgrades on them. +2 defense, no attack upgrade. I mean, he's got plenty of resources. He could definitely either balance his economy or wait a second. But did he have a second to wait? I mean, this gold pile is now exposed. Although exposed to what exactly? His opponent's army is all in the center here. And so there's not really any units to spare to attack. I think this gold pile was exposed but safe, at least for the immediate moment. This castle, a pile of rubble. This castle about to become a pile of rubble. It is on fire. Buckets of water are being thrown on it, but it is not going to survive very long. In any event, 24 seconds away from Cavalier. He's got 14 knights. Against this, we've got 7 Woad Raiders, which, by the way, are pretty strong. Don't underestimate the Woad Raider. 15 elite skirmishers, which, I mean, against knights or cavaliers are you know, it's a lot of units, but it's not exactly the damage dealers that you want. These, though, are 16 crossbows, 15 and 7 against a small, tiny band of red knights. This is Faramir being sent out to die, charging into the orc army. Sorry, Hoang, I don't mean to call you an orc, but yeah, sorry guys. I'm if you can tell, I'm a lot of Lord of the Rings references here. But yes, in any event, this is a charge that is doomed to fail, but he does not have the time. Where the hell are his 7 Mangudai? Sorry guys, I clicked the Mangudai. It took me to the hook of the lumber camp. Where are the Mangudai? Okay, he's got 3 up here. This is gold. This is a skirmisher just hanging out here. I mean, at this point, you need every available body. They are here. What the hell are they doing here? Okay, in any event, it is what it is. Let's take a look at how the battle unfolds. 20 seconds from Cavalier. I don't know why he's engaging into this right now. Patience be damned. The Mangudai have run away. Oh god. Tails tucked between their legs. They are hiding. Woad Raiders able, believe me, able to take on knights. Maybe not 1-to-1, but with the backup of 31 ranged units, they can definitely take these knights on. Now we're 2-1 away. Okay, so they become Cavaliers. And the 14 have become 11. Not the end of the world. Only lost 3. That's what, a little bit over 20% of his army. HP still decent, 1,300 HP. But let's take a look at his opponent's army in terms of HP. I'm going to get the priests out. 1,100. So HP-wise, pretty equal. What is this one knight? He in all of this, Hoang managed to get a convert on one of the knights. But you see these blue lines? These are lines that red should not be crossing. So let's see what happens here. He takes a pretty even fight so far. But now the crossbows are engaged where before they were not. And as little damage that they do, they still do when there's 16 of them. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm going to pause it again. So he's got rid of the Woad Raiders. And so there's literally 1 Woad Raider left. This guy right here. And now let's take a look at the 3rd stage of the battle. The HP still fairly okay. I mean, 15 elite skirmishers make this look higher than it is, but so far Kind of Blue okay. Taking not the worst of the trades, but 1 Cavalier, 2 Cavaliers are basically dead, and he's only got 9 of them left. Okay, so 14 has become 11, 11 has become 9. And now he's engaging into the Venn diagram of death here, past this blue line. You are not Gaius Julius Caesar. You do not cross the Rubicon. Stay the hell out of here. Let's see what happens. He engages into a bunch of ranged units. Gets rid of the Woad Raider. Pretty smart. A Mangudai coming in for Hoang. More Cavaliers streaming across the map, but too little too late here. Okay, Hoang deciding to do a little bit of kiting here. Brilliant move. Just move around until your castles can snipe. And then the last Cavalier bites the dust. My God, what a horrible engage there for our red Mongol player. HP only down about 300. Where the hell are these Mangudai? What the fuck are you doing over here? I mean, he had the wherewithal to send the 3 that were up here to go hang out with their friends. I mean, oh, you guys, we could have used you in this battle. This is 465 HP of raw archer power. I mean, these guys not upgraded to the max, but still attacking on an 8. And remember, their rate of fire is incredibly fast. Take a look at this, 1.7 rate of fire. Even your opponent brought Mangudai to the fight. Kind of blue, took a really bad engage, lost the entire center of his map. Both castles went down. And that essentially, like I said, this is exposed, but I don't think in any kind of immediate danger here. This gold pile to the north is a different story. Take a look at how close these elite skirmishers are. They must have vision. Yeah, they have vision of these villagers, these miners. So after he realizes that he's shelling away at farms unnecessarily, HOANG will very easily just swing a bunch of his units to the north. But the south does look kind of safe for now. Yeah, though he does see all the villagers. Okay, so kind of blue took a really bad engage. All 3 parts of it. The knights were a bad idea to engage ahead of the Cavalier upgrade. Once the Cavalier upgrade hit, I think he should have retreated. And then stage 3, he just charged into not 1, but 2 castle attack zones. And let me just see real quick. Sorry, guys, I keep rewinding. I want to see if red has vision. I mean, yeah, I should have known he has vision. The Trebs are here. And so when they fire, they are revealed. And when they're revealed, the structures next to them are revealed. So he has vision of these castles. I don't know why kind of blue engaged into this army. Maybe he just wanted the game to be over. Maybe he saw the score and he saw that he's 1,800 points below his opponent. He does have a decent villager count, 77 to 83. But in any event, took a really bad trade here, did kind of blue. And HOANG just swarming with his ranged units. Let's take a look at the stats. 37 crossbows, 32 Mangudai. Love to see them. HP for both players fairly relaxed, both at the start of the game. Kill count, not very high. We didn't get into a 55, 60, 70 minute game. So kill count fairly average. 63 killed by the Mongols, 50 killed by the Celts. Villager count also fairly even, 14 to 9 kills. Let's see, resource-wise. Okay, HOANG outdid his opponent, but take a look. By stone, not a lot. This is literally, what, 24 stone difference? And this is literally, what, 800 stone gold difference? So the wood and the food is really where he outshined his opponent. But yeah, I think this was a very wasteful engage here for kind of blue. He throws away his big charging Cavalier army. If he had just waited another 20 in-game seconds, I mean, he would have lost a bunch of farms more. That castle still needs to go down. Finally does go down now. But had he engaged, he would have had, I think, a few more reinforcements. These cowardly Mangudai, I mean, their leader has to be chastised. You know how the word decimate comes from the Latin, because if a Roman legion retreated or lost the eagle in battle and didn't retrieve it, or performed cowardly, or performed in a cowardly way, I should say, on the field of battle, after the battle itself, the Roman legions would divide into groups of 10 men, deci. There would be 9 white balls in a bag with 1 black ball. Or maybe it was 9 black balls, 1 white ball. In any event, 9 of one kind, 1 of the other. And then each soldier would take out a ball, and the one who got the 1 ball that was different color would get beaten to death by his fellow legionnaires. And so that's where the expression decimate comes from. The Romans, man, they were not, they brooked no nonsense. If they saw these Mangudai hiding out here in the back, rest assured it wouldn't be decimation, it would be septimation. All 7 would pay the price. They should have very much joined their Cavalier compatriots here. They could have at least sniped some of these adorably clad Woad Raiders, but in any event, they did not. We do not live in the world of hypotheticals. We live in the world of reality. And in reality, kind of blue took just a really bad engage, knew he couldn't come back. His opponent thrusting with 5 frickin' trebuchets into the center of his map, taking down his static defense to the north, to the south, and HOANG takes the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.